Hey YouTube, and welcome to the 20th instalment of Kent Walks. This week I'm exploring the place where the rector, obviously a man of the cloth, was also a man of science. The walk starts by the Church of St Mary, where you might be lucky to park. If not, further down towards the centre of the village by the Mermaid Inn, there's plenty of on-street parking. From the church, head southwest along Crow's Camp Road, and just after a sweeping left-hand bend, as the road drops gently downhill, pick up a footpath by a copse of trees, taking you across a field. Continue on the path through Avenue Wood, bearing left afterwards across another field. Keep following the footpath as it skirts the north edge of Gorsley Wood, and at the fork head left, dropping on to Pet Bottom Road. Turn right along the road, and just past Middle Pet Farm, find and follow a footpath on the right, heading east. Stay on this path, ignoring anything that doesn't keep you heading east, past Hink Cottage to arrive at Tarmac. Follow the road over a small bridge to Bourne Park Road. Turn right along the road for a short while before leaving it on the right to walk across the grass with Bishopsbourne Church in the distance. Head through the churchyard, back to the start. The Englishman who developed a chemical means of making photographic paper more sensitive to image taking was also the first Englishman to photograph the moon, and he even invented a prism to illuminate specimens on slides for use during microscopic examinations. You'd expect this guy to be a man of science, but he was in fact a man of the cloth. Reverend Joseph Bancroft was the rector here in Bishopsbourne from 1863 until his death in 1870. Okay, so he wasn't always so dedicated to faith, as his discoveries were made much earlier in his life, but he did sign the Scientist's Declaration in 1864, which stated belief that the discoveries of science and the Bible's teachings were reconcilable, despite a vast majority of clergy up in arms following the recent revelations by Charles Darwin in his book The Origin of Species 5 years earlier. Next door to the church is a house named Oswald's, once owned by novelist Joseph Conrad. Joseph was born in what we now know as Ukraine in 1857, but both his parents died of tuberculosis, his mum when he was 7 and his dad when he was 11. Conrad was placed into the care of his uncle, but showed no academic interest whatsoever. Because of his family history, physicians advised that hard work and fresh air would better suit Joseph, and at the age of 13 he announced he wanted to become a sailor, and in 1874 he left for Marseille and started a career on the French merchant ships. In 1894, at the age of 36, Conrad grudgingly decided to settle on land and sacrifice his life on the ocean waves, and it's here in Bishopsbourne where he put down his roots. During his seafaring career, he had learned new languages and naturally undergone many adventures which inspired many novels, as he took to pen and paper, including Heart of Darkness, roused from a voyage in the Belgian Congo, known as the White Man's Graveyard. Conrad died in his home here in 1924 and is buried in Canterbury Cemetery near Harbledown. Bye.